All right, let's work now on the rhythm for this song, Alive. We've looked at all of our chords. We have those down. Make sure you practice those first, especially the fingering, because that is so crucial to be able to play that quickly and fluidly, moving back and forth between all of these chords. And that's going to enable us now to just be smooth in our rhythm, because it's very precise. We call it syncopated. It's this offbeat feel, and it's very repetitive in nature, but it is the groove of the song. It's this thing that just kind of carries the momentum of it. So we've got to be really attuned to the rhythm that we're playing. So I'm going to show it here first, and then we'll talk about it, okay? So a little bit slower than maybe normal speed. I'll kind of count it out and then play along here, and we will kind of break it down a little bit. So if I count, I'm going to count in eighth notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and on. Okay, so kind of bounces around on those tempos. And really what's effective is just kind of internalizing that groove. Maybe playing with a click or a metronome is going to be very, very helpful. In fact, it will be helpful, especially when you first start playing along with this song. Play it with the play along track, but you want to get this movement down. Okay, so we start right away on beat 1, 1 and 2 and. So that's a bit of a pushed chord, that C over E comes on the and of 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, okay? And that little melody thing that I just put in there, we will look at as well, because that's going to take a little bit of a fingering shift for you as well, and that's used also in some of those intro and instrumental parts of the song. Okay, so just kind of that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That feel is how these chords just keep going throughout the song. Okay, so try it a few times. Let's play it together. See if we can follow along with that. Maybe slower counting. We'll do it a bit of a slower tempo. Here we go. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that last one holding out for the measure. Now that little C over E, I inserted both of those times. The quick passing one, right? So once you get into the verses, you will not use that little C over E to connect in between two Fs. It'll simply be the A over A minor, C over E, F, nothing in between, now another F. Okay, you're saving it for pre-chorus, chorus, and beyond, all right? Let's look at that little melody thing that you can do to add a little bit more variation to the intro and the little instrumental parts, okay? So what you're going to do is at the end of the phrases, the chord progressions, so you play all the way through it. Let's say it's with the passing chord. And so you're at a G chord, okay? So that G chord, because it holds for so long, that's a good place for a little fill. Drums will do this, little gaps within the music. Maybe it's no words at that moment, it's just kind of the music playing for a few beats or a whole measure. So that's a space that could be, including some sort of instrumental something of beauty you would, be going for. But this can be very, very simple. And so you're ending on that G, and the notes are going to be just kind of walking up. Da da da, okay, B, C, D. And that's and 4 and to get you back around to the beat 1 to hit the A minor again. So you have to be quick on da 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 da, 3 and 4 and 1. All right, that's a very quick little riff, but it can be used strategically. To do that, If my fingers are like this, first finger, third finger, fifth, and then I'm going on the G is the chord that I'm going to have right before the little riff. So that means my fingering is 1, 2, and 4. And then I'm going to just kind of reach up with my third finger to the B, because I want to go third, fourth, fifth fingers up like that. So the B, C, D, but with third, fourth, fifth. I don't want to have to, because normally my fourth finger was on that B, I don't want to kind of get stuck and have to try to reach up and over. So even though I'm right here, fourth finger on the B, I'm going to come back down on the B, lifting my hand with third, fourth, fifth, and then I lift off again to come quickly to the A minor. Okay? I'll do it in slow motion, if you will, for that. So we kind of come to the, and then here's that last G, okay? And then it's a lift, and then back. So I had kind of 2 lifts of my hand to go to the B, C, D, and then off, back to the A minor, and that really will let you get it back in place for your fingering to work in the rest of the chord progression. Okay, you don't want to stumble over that little part and then not be able to come back in on the A minor, because that's more important that you get the chords out than that you get that little riff out. Okay, but that can be used in a, once in each intro within the chorus back to the verse, that little riff. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so don't go overboard with that. Don't use it in every section of the song, but use it strategically in those sections, both melodically, and stick to the rhythm. Practice this through several times. You'll get it. You'll be able to kind of, let the fingering work for you as you play through the rhythm and melody of this song.